Hi, I'm Andy from HomeFit. And normally I do quick tips and tricks and fun things, but today I am going to be doing something that's difficult for me. I haven't told many people my story. I've kept it to myself because I honestly felt like a fraud for a trainer for quite a while because of how I was doing. Many people, when they think of personal trainers, they think that we don't struggle with things. They think that our journey has always been easy and that it's easy for us to stick to programs, stick to things. And it's not always easy. So 20 years ago is when I became certified as a personal trainer, and I loved it. I was working downtown Toronto, very, very busy executives in the downtown core. It was amazing. They were very goal oriented, as was I. So I decided that I wanted to compete in fitness competitions. And fitness competitions back then, there wasn't as much research as there is now as to dieting and overtraining and things. So I did what many people do when they do diets, and I cut my calories extremely. I was working with a coach, but he was working on the knowledge that was dealt with at that time. And so I was extremely dieting and extremely overtraining. And the two of them together, I did that for 2 years. It was such a struggle. And by the end of the 2 years, I was really exhausted. I was having trouble. I couldn't even work out anymore. I couldn't, I was having trouble sleeping, getting into good sleep, and I just had trouble functioning through my day. I felt like my head was working through a fog of cement and my body was moving through a fog of cement. So getting through my day with my clients became a struggle. I would go to my doctor and explain all my signs and symptoms to her, and she would be like, well, you're so active. There's no way there's anything wrong with you. You're fine. You just need to rest some more. But I was pushing and pushing mentally through my day. And I know so many clients that do this as well, where we just push through it. We push through our fatigue. We push through how our body feels. We're so busy all the time. There's so many things going on, and we go. We're of the day and age where people don't stop, where our phones are accessible 24/7, so we're constantly working. We're always taking care of our families and trying to manage our houses, and for myself, running a business, as well as trying to keep on top of everything. And we never let our bodies have a rest. And so what ended up happening was I had adrenal fatigue. I also have found out recently that I also have leaky gut, which the dieting and the overtraining were, because I had leaky gut, it made everything a little bit worse. It was really frustrating. I was angry for so many years. I couldn't work out. I felt really bad. I was exhausted. And in front of people, I would put on a good front. I would always be this happy person. And people didn't realize how much I was struggling. And for about 14 years, I could not work out. And nobody really knew this. My clients didn't know this. I didn't tell anybody. I did try to hire one of my friends once to try to help me because I thought, okay, maybe this is just something in me. And I couldn't do it. I was exhausted. I couldn't get through the workout. My body would overheat. I couldn't push. Every time I would push, my body would just crash. So I finally found a naturopath a few years ago that was able to bring me to a certain point. And I've been able to, the last year, work out most days. And I'm feeling amazing again. I'm feeling back to myself. I feel like socializing again. I feel like making new friends and just being out there and being who I always knew I was, but I wasn't able to be because I was just so exhausted and just trying to push through my day. And that's hard to admit as a personal trainer. I mean, our whole life is supposed to be active and doing things. I would see people doing CrossFits and doing marathons and training for all these events and things and just doing a Tough Mudder, and I just couldn't do it. I was exhausted. So I've recently as well found some other avenues for treatment for where adrenal fatigue is acknowledged and leaky gut as well. And it's unbelievable. I'm really happy again. I'm able to be me, and it just feels really, really good. So I feel that as a trainer, this helps me understand clients who've gone through so much dieting or have crazy stressful lives. And I've learned through the years many techniques to manage it. There's so many different ways to do it. I've tried so many things, and some worked for me, some didn't, but I know they do for others. And I've learned as well that my clients are busy. Usually with the typical personal training sessions, they're an hour long. And I don't do that. There's no way. Raising a family, I have 2 young kids, running a business, and doing everything that I need to do in my life, I don't have time to do an hour every day. I can't get to a gym. The travel time plus an hour workout and traveling back just doesn't fit in for my current lifestyle. And I've had clients through the years that have not been able to train with me after a while just because they couldn't keep up with an hour, 2, 3 hours a week of training with me. And so how can I expect them to do that if I'm not doing it either? When I was in my 20s, I was able to get to the gym, do everything I wanted. It was amazing. But now I can't. So I've really missed training clients as well as I've been working on my in-home training business. And I'm starting to come back to it because I've found a way that I can still train clients and train them in a way that's manageable for them. And I'm starting to do online training. It was a struggle for me in the beginning because I didn't know how I could stay connected to my clients. I love them. I love learning about their days, learning who they are, learning all about their families and things. And I didn't know how to make that still continue if I was to do online training. So I found a way to connect. And with online training, I'm actually able to train clients. I can find out what your week is going to be like the next week and design a program that's specifically for you that works around hotels, vacations. If you're you have a deadline coming up and you just can't get to the office as much, but you need 10 or 15 minutes a day, I can make that for you. If you have an injury that you're recovering from, I can build that into your program. It's really exciting to be able to bring all of this into play with online training. I didn't know that this was available, and I am so excited to be able to do this. I've also, with all my newfound energy, finally become certified with my favorite nutrition certification. They're Precision Nutrition. If you follow them, they send you emails with tips and tricks on a regular basis, and the information that they have is just above and beyond anything in my 20 years of training that I have done nutrition-wise. I love nutrition, but I find that giving people huge lists of things to do, giving them diets, all that stuff doesn't work. So this is a system that's proven. They've trained over 100,000 clients, and it's proven that their steps work. Just giving small pieces. When we are busy, our minds just can't take in tons of extra information. So if we're stressed, if we're just have so much going on, adding so many steps just doesn't work. So adding really quick, easy workouts that you can pull up on your phone that are designed for your week, as well as adding in the nutrition aspect, but with very simple, easy steps so that you don't ever have to do diets again. It's not quick. It's slow steps that we do over time, but we work together on it. I can do coaching video calls with you where you're not, when I'm in a training session, usually somebody is so busy doing the exercise, it really is hard to dig into everything that's working, things that aren't, and really get a plan of action. So I'm able to do video calls with people to really put these things in place as well. So I've created this whole system with the nutrition and with the online training, and I'm in the final stages of it. It will be launching in the middle of January, right after kids go to school, second week of January. And I would love your help. I have a survey that I'm going to be putting in the comments, and I would love for you to tell me what it is that you're looking for in a program, so that I can still keep tweaking and adapting this to make it the best program for you. So if you don't mind, the comments below, click on it, click on the survey. It's very quick. I'd love any feedback, any additional information that you can give me to really make this a program that's going to work for you. So hopefully with my 20 years of experience, with being able to cater these training sessions, I can help you. If you're struggling with adrenal fatigue as I am, I have tons of outlets and people that I can refer you to as well. But if you're not at that point, I can stop you from getting there with really quick, easy steps. It doesn't have to be crazy, in-depth programs. So fill out the survey and also comment below on what you think. If you if you're feeling this way as well, if you have been so exhausted, if your life is just crazy and you have trouble sticking to your program, let me know. I'd love to help you. I know that you're not alone because you are basically the majority of my clients. So thank you for listening, and I will be speaking to you soon with fun tips and tricks. Bye.